This tutorial will help band leaders set up the back end of their company's operation, including settings for company details, admin, invoice, currency, PayPal, auto pay, and auto book functions. Most of these settings can be found under Company Settings inside the main menu. When you go into Company Settings Detail, you will find that most of the information is pre-filled for you from your initial onboarding process. Simply give it a quick look over and off we go to the next section. By the way, if you upload a brand logo, it will appear on all your client invoices. In the Company Administrator settings, BOS gives you the ability to invite your teammates to help out with the administration tasks. There are two types of system admins, full admin and basic admin. Full admins have the same permissions as the owner of the company, including moving money and creating financial transactions, but they cannot delete the company. And basic admins have the same permissions as full admins except they cannot touch the company finance. Company taxes. If your company charges taxes for services it renders, you can add your tax registration number, tax name, label, and tax percentage here. Next. By adjusting these invoice settings you will define the parameters for outgoing invoices, deposit options, and invoicing timeline. It's fairly straightforward, but important nonetheless. Choose your company currency here. This is very important. If you elect to connect your business PayPal account so that you can accept client payments via PayPal or credit card, or so that you can send payouts to musicians via PayPal, this is the currency that those transactions will be processed in. Setting up PayPal for your company will enable you to accept credit and debit card payments from your clients and pay your musicians too. This really is the one-stop money moving tool you've been waiting for. First, you need to sign up for a PayPal business account at paypal.com. To learn about the verification process and how to link your checking account to PayPal, please visit the BOS Academy. Next, go to developer.paypal.com and log in with your new PayPal business account credentials. Navigate to the dashboard, and click on Life under My Apps and Credentials, then click on Create App. Give your app a name like Back on Stage so you can identify it. Then, click Create App. Copy the text you see inside the Client ID field and paste it inside your PayPal settings area inside BOS. Then, do the same with Client Secret. Now, this is very important. Activate your PayPal integration inside Back on Stage by ticking the Enable PayPal checkbox and then update details to save. Make sure you fund your PayPal account. If you wish to use PayPal to send payouts to pay musicians inside Back on Stage, your PayPal balance must be sufficient to cover any payout amounts. Check your currencies to make sure that your company currency inside Back on Stage and your primary currency inside PayPal are the same. If you already connected your PayPal account earlier, you can go ahead and activate the Auto Pay Master switch by checking the checkbox. This will activate the Auto Pay system, giving you the option to select if musicians within individual gigs will be paid automatically at the time you set below. Now you have to tell BOS which musicians and for which gigs you want to use AutoPay. Open any existing booking and go to the Finances tab. Provided you have musicians booked for this gig, you will see a list of names and the amounts you owe everyone. Now that you have activated AutoPay, you will see a new column of checkboxes called AutoPay. You can click each checkbox to activate AutoPay for that musician or click Check All to check all the boxes at once. Do you remember all the hours you had to spend on emails, phone calls and text messages, just to get your musicians to answer whether or not they are available for a gig? Well, you can say goodbye to that because the Auto Book function here will save you hours of labor. You will never have to wrangle musicians yourself again. Simply put, the Auto Book feature is a follow-up system that continually contacts your musicians at an interval you set, until they either accept or decline your gig offer. You can change these settings on a per gig basis, but here, you customize the default settings so that you can avoid fiddling with the settings each time you need to book musicians. Inside each individual booking view, if you click Booking Creator then Roles at the bottom, you will be able to access the Auto Book system. Simply select all the roles or musicians you need to book for the gig and BOS will create a calling list for you. You can customize the list according to which musicians you'd like BOS to contact first. Just drag and drop and delete the list to your liking. You can also change the payment amount and turn the auto book system on and off. When auto booking is switched on, your musicians will receive a series of email invitations to the gig, and when the auto booking is switched off, only the first call musician will receive an email notification stating that they've been booked for the gig. Notice when you press Auto Book Settings at the bottom, you can customize the parameter of the auto booking system similar to the ones you set up in Company Details. Once everything looks good, just press Book Roles and let Back on Stage do all the work for you. Not using Back on Stage in your band yet? Ask your bandleader to join back on stage. As always, please like and subscribe and check out our website for more awesome tutorials. Let's take your music business to the next level.